Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got a pretty cool knife here to do a disassembly and cleaning of today. You might notice that this one's a little different than some of the other ones that I have had on the channel, in that this one has the clip on the other side. Yes, this is a left-hand knife. This is the Bless Knives Newt. It's on loan to me from Karco, and pretty cool knife. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I should have had the correct sized pivot tool out here. I believe it's going to be a T15. Let's check on that. Yep, T15. That's for the pivot screw. And Karco has graciously allowed me to disassemble and clean, so we're going to give that a shot. Let's get that in the alcohol bath. And I think, well, let's see here. I believe these are T8s, but the thing about these is that I've noticed is that these are all free spinning. So it's like it's almost like it's a floating backspacer, at least these two are. But it's not really a floating backspacer. But what I should have done is taken this side loose, because the screw here is underneath the clip. So we'll just go ahead and take it loose here, or try to. What I may do is just go ahead and take that clip off to make things a little easier. And so that we can actually get to that body screw. So there we have the nice little clip. And by the way, this is a custom knife. If you hadn't already figured that part out, or weren't in the know about Bless Knives. And I'm going to get a nice little finger bit, if I can find it. I seem to have misplaced the other one, the one that I need. Let me pause a second. Alright, good deal. I tried to let it get away from me, but this is a T8 finger bit, and what that means is I can actually take the knife, I can put the bit in like so, and then I can more easily take this screw loose than trying to juggle two longer bit drivers. So, alright, let's see if we can get this thing apart now. Well, let's make sure that we've got, yeah, we should be able to. So these are going to be free spinning here. So let's see if I can get these to move. And what I may have to do is put a little prying action on it. Gentle. All right. So we can see this is a knife that's on washers. Go ahead and drop that in there. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in there. And I'm going to take this one and drop it in there and let those be soaking for a moment while I clean everything else up. And it should be fairly simple. Now sometimes washers can, knives, they'll recommend something a little heavier than what I'm using, but I found that the Gunny Glide works pretty good even with washers, so shouldn't be a problem there. And actually, before I do the review, I'm going to need to talk to Donnie Bless and get some more information from him. This is from what I understand, a handmade knife. Not used, milling machines aren't used from what I understand. So I want to get some more information from Donnie about that. And what I'm doing now is cleaning that lock face. And then I'll just go ahead and wipe down everything that's here, making sure that stop pin gets back into place. I feel a little bit of grittiness there, and I don't think that's going to hurt anything where the stop pin goes in, but still, you don't like grittiness, so let's try to clean it up as best as possible. Alright, I want to get a cotton tip applicator and try to clean out any of these areas that might be a little gummed up, maybe. Get some stuff off of there. Alright, now let's go ahead, and I haven't wiped the clip down, so I might as well do that. Get it all nice and spiffy. Alright. Now I'm going to take these washers and wipe them off, and usually they're going to have one side that's more rounded a little bit. And what I want to do is place those sides toward the blade. As I understand it, if that is incorrect, let me know in the comments down below. But just from the experience, limited of experience with washers, that's what I'm going with. Right now I'm just going to take that pivot screw and spin it around with the cotton applicator, the alcohol pad. Try to get that as clean as possible. And now I want to wipe down this pivot. Make sure that's tight. Okay. Alright, let me think about this for a second, because it's going to be a little opposite than the way that I normally do it. Let me see if I can get that dried off. Alright, I'm going to take that, and that's the side I want toward the blade. I am going to take and clean out the pivot hole in the blade, and also make sure that there's no junk here in the areas where the stop pin's going to ride. Try not to cut myself on screen, or off screen for that matter. Alright, and I do need to put just a little bit of Gunny Glide, not a terrible amount, and figure out which side of the washer that I want. Okay, I want that one. Put a little bit here as well on both sides. Okay, and then I think I can get this one buttoned back up and make sure that's there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get that pivot started because it's going to take me a little bit to get the, and all I'm doing is putting a little bit of this blue Loctite on. I want to get this started just to hold everything in place, and then I'm going to work on this, getting this back spacer lined up, and these screws dropped in, and I'm going to use that T8 right there. Just get these started. Okay. And now I need to get this one tightened down. And what we need to do is make sure that this one's going to be really good and tight, good and snug before we put that clip back on. Because if you recall, that clip, that body screw is underneath that clip. We'll use our handy dandy finger bits. Come on now. Tighten that one down. And tighten that one down. And then we're going to switch back to the T15 for the pivot. And get that tightened up. And pull that blade back centered. No play. Feeling pretty good. Centering is okay. That's good. Let's get that clip back on there. And the clip has the longer screws in it, so kind of just take note of that as you're taking a knife apart. Sometimes there are different length screws, and it's best to remember where those go. And we're going to need that T8 again. Those nice and snug, and there you have it. That is the Blessed Knives Newt, and there you have a disassembly and cleaning of a left-handed knife. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Like, of course, if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I do appreciate it. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks.